Part 79. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 781. Grass. I'm going to go to you. How stupid we are. The Dark Camp's big waves and sand washes are all elites. Go and see, most of the special ones are above the 7-star king realm. We isn't it going up to find death? That's right. Our Beihung faction shouldn't be taking advantage of this. Going up is death. The loss is too great. If you want to join your Liberty School, aren't you very powerful? I heard that you will soon be promoted to the 8th rank power. Hee, a bunch of idiots. Didn't you see that the 8th rank forces or even the 7th rank forces of the Holy Heavenly Alliance didn't join? What are you fiddling with? You don't know how to die when you get killed. Stop showing off your presence. It's you who did it today. The Dark Camp is only a few 100,000 horses, and it can't make any waves, so don't worry about it. As soon as the battlefield of gods and demons opened, it was completely messed up. It is all nonsense to expect these people to have any sense of belonging to the Bright Camp. Before leaving, Qin Hai, the inspector of the Golden Throne of the Shengtian Alliance, was still urging everyone to stay steady. We must kill the Dark Faction examiners before we can kill each other harmoniously. But obviously, no one cares. The purpose of these is actually very obvious, that is, I want to solve the grievances in daily life here. If you can kill, you will kill, if you can fight, you will fight, and this is the attitude of high probability. Qin Hai, who was watching the battle outside the battlefield of the gods and demons, was completely dark at this moment. Sure enough, the worst-case scenario broke out. The forces of these bright camps are even more exciting when they kill friendly forces. One by one, I can't wait to be stabbed to death now. And although those Dark Camp examiners are only a few 100,000 in size, they are united. They are all cuddling together to keep warm, and they will never kill each other. Ha ha ha. Inspector Qin Hai, your appraisers of the Bright Camp are really jealous. It is said that the Bright Camp is a mess of sand. I didn't believe it before, but now, I have to believe it. What kind of scattered sand is this place? It's just a bunch of trash. Ha ha ha. The frantic mocking sound came, and I saw Zurong, the angel of the Devil's Pavilion, laughing wildly. Qin Hai took a deep breath and clenched his hands tightly. Hee, that's better than your Dark Camp only having so few people huddled aside. You don't even have the guts to fight. It's said that there are more warriors in the Dark Camp. How come from my perspective, they are all a group of rats? Qin Hai has a look of contempt on his face. At this time, he can't be cowardly. After being replied by Qin Hai, Zurong's face was a little dark. Although it is a strategy, it is hard to say. Humph. If it wasn't for a Fang Fan thief from your Bright Camp, you also want to compete with our Dark Camp? It's really beyond your own power. Zurong snorted coldly, looking particularly unhappy. The so-called gap between the Light Camp and the Dark Camp is a matter of Fang Fan. The Bright Camp has Hall Master Fang Fan, and it is invincible. Palace Master Fang Fan will lead the elites of the Bright Camp to completely destroy all the demons of darkness. Qin Hai raised his head proudly, and he had to be arrogant when he should be arrogant. Puff ha ha ha. No, my stomach hurts from laughing. Ha ha ha, what do you expect from Hall Master Fang Fan to lead the elites of the Bright Camp? Let him save his life first. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 782. Zurong looked like he was laughing until he cramped. On the battlefield of the gods and demons, Fang Fan and the guards under his command were all surrounded. Looking at it, it is about to attack directly. More importantly, those who surrounded Fang Fan and his guards, were actually the forces of the Bright Camp. At this moment, Qin Hai only felt that his face was being slapped very painfully. Shame, lost it at home. Hall Master Fang Fan can be regarded as a living sign of their bright camp, a leader. It is not an exaggeration to say that he is a great hero. This time, the light camp can overwhelm the dark camp in momentum, isn't it because of the king-level healing cards and serum cards sold by Fang Fan? Without those things, their bright camp would not be able to compete with the dark camp at all. Not only do these idiots not know how to be grateful, but they still want to avenge their kindness and revenge. Why don't you kill a few dark camp assessors with such a leisurely mood to clear the way for yourself? To besiege Fang Fan? Let the assessors of the dark camp see jokes? Idiot. A bunch of idiots. Qin Hai gritted his teeth and almost lost control. So cranky. If he didn't lose control directly, even Qin Hai's self-cultivation was good. Isn't this the real story of the farmer and the snake? On the battlefield of gods and demons, Fang Fan silently watched the surrounding forces besieging them. This Fang Fan is just a 9th rank power lord, but he has many treasures on him. The tens of billions of king-level healing cards and serum cards before came out of him. This bastard actually only allows us to buy 10? How can 10 such useful god cards be enough? This is obviously looking down on us. Everyone, if you want that kind of god card, just grab him and snatch the god card. At this moment, the dark camp is huddled and shivering. Naturally there is no time to provoke Fang Fan. On the contrary, the forces of these bright camps are more cheerful than each other. Because of the effects of the king-level healing cards and serum cards, most of the bright camp examiners have successfully entered the 3rd level. Even if it is an ordinary 9th rank force, thousands of people can enter here. Not to mention the more powerful 8th rank or even 7th rank forces. The crowd is full of people, and it looks vigorous. And Fang Fan's command, plus the 8 legions, a few pets, and a few heroes, in general, there are only about 100 combat units. For the appraisers of the bright camp, Fang Fan is a sweet treat. The number of people is small, but it is still from the 9th rank power, and the most important thing is that there is a precious god card. Intrigued by the interests, he began to think of various ways to get some benefits from Fang Fan. And the biggest advantage is to directly kill Fang Fan, and then inherit his legacy. One by one, it is a lot of fun to think carefully. Are you sure, you want to fight against me? Speaking of which, we have never had any enmity between us, have we? What? I helped you enter the 3rd level, is it wrong? There was a sneering look on Fang Fan's face. These jackals are all crazy wolves at the moment. Huh? What a nonsense. Hand over all the divine cards on your body. By the way, there are also those divine crystals, although we only spent dozens of divine crystals each, but the number of people is large. He also has at least tens of billions of divine crystals on him. Tisk, this is an amazing wealth. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 783. Feed a dog and watch the house. If you feed a jackal, it may eat people. Fang Fan sighed. Why did he have to come to die? What an honest man he is. If you don't mess with me, I will never mess with you. But it happened to come to me again and again to trouble me. Force me to take action? So what can I do? Fang Fan shrugged, his face full of helplessness. Go away now, I can ignore it. On the face of the Inspector Qin Hai, I can forgive you once. Go ahead and die. Fang Fan's indifferent eyes glanced at the group. He did everything that should be done. What to do next is his choice. At this moment, I feel this killing intent in my heart as if it were real. He. Still want to threaten us? What are you taking as you are? Do you have the qualifications to negotiate with us? We want you to die, you have to die. Understand? Brothers. The chance to make a fortune is here. Come with me once. Go. Under the flickering of a few caring people, these people became full of energy and motivation one by one. As soon as I think of the temptation of those God cards, this surging excitement in my heart unfolds instantly. In this world, there has never been a shortage of people who seek death. The battle is on. 8 legions, the periphery is on alert. 4 god pets, 5 heroes, and then strangle. Yun Yun, Xiao Xiao, stay with me in the middle of the battle formation. Watch a killing feast. Fang Fan smiled lightly, and the killing light in his eyes began to flash suddenly. War. The killing has begun. The 5 9-star king level legions and the 3 8-star king rank legions are the main force, wantonly strangling on the periphery. 4 8-star king level pets can also carry out infinite slaughter on such a battlefield. Garen, Jax, and Kyle of the 10-star king level weak real king have already rushed out to fight the enemy in melee. And at this moment, Caitlyn, who is holding a sniper rifle, is aiming at the most cheerful guys who jumped out of the ground, and directly kills with one hit. And most of these escaped places are the happiest, and most of them are at a relatively high level, and many are in the 8-star king realm or even the 9-star king realm. But in this wave of war, they can only die. There is no place to die. Headshot. Let the bullets fly. A bullet is fired from the smoothbore, and a direct headshot kills it. The power of the sniper is so terrifying. And this is also a 10-star king level weak real king sniper, even more invincible. My CAO, so strong. What the hell, who said that these people are so powerful? I'm going to hammer him to death. I can't take it anymore. Our boss was shot. I am a 9-star king. There is a very strong sniper on the opposite side. That silver armored warrior holding a big sword, so strong. Heh, I killed more than a dozen with one sword. And among them, there are also a 9-star king class and 3 8-star king class. Grass. What kind of perverts are you provoking? That birdman with wings, is also strong. Her sword can actually get bigger. One sword cut down, and all of them died. This way is too deep. Who said they are easy to deal with? Stand up. Take a good look. This is obviously a tough rock. It's killing Dad. It's getting old for a husky. What is this thing wrapped in purple clothes, and it's actually a street lamp with a weapon in hand. The street lamp is swept down, and it's all cool. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 784. These bright camp cultivators who want to come over to pick up a bargain are all terrified at the moment. Most of their average combat power is focused on the 5-star and 6-star king realm. But their opponents are too strong, right? Is this a battle that normal people can participate in? It is clear that they are not human. As soon as it went up, it went out. Let's withdraw. Let's not go up and die, we can't do it. Hey, I really can't beat it. I still want to save a dog's life to go to the ruins of the gods to see and see. Remove. Little life matters. Our Xianyang palace can't hold it anymore. Our senior brothers have all been killed. If this continues, we will all die. Yeah, take it easy. We can't take a blow like this anymore. Whoa, it's so miserable. It's so miserable. I can't take it anymore. What's the matter, who can stand it? The peerless people follow me to withdraw. Not everyone can have the will to fight to the death. If you really want to encounter some obstacles and escape, it is the belief shared by everyone. A bunch of idiots. Did such a good opportunity pass up like this? Don't look at them as strong, but they are few. As long as we keep consuming it, sooner or later we won't be able to bear it. He, if I see it, they shouldn't be able to hold it any longer. They're just holding on there. That's it. What's the use of holding on? We'll be able to kill them right away. These idiots don't know how to pick it up, let's pick it up. Everyone, follow my Rishan faction. Kill Fang Fan. Snatch the divine card. Snatch the divine crystal. Come on. The previous strong attack did indeed retreat some of the forces of the Bright Camp, but it gave birth to the greed of more people. Thinking about coming over to pick peaches and picking up a bargain. Looking at the layers of corpses piled up on the ground, the irony on Fang Fan's face became more and more obvious. A group of savage chickens. Little Wajia, teach them a lesson. Fang Fan looked at Wajia with a comfortable look on his face. Vega shot, it is a kind of enjoyment. While talking, Fang Fan rubbed Yun Xiaoxiu's lowly head. I don't know why, recently Fang Fan always likes to do this kind of action. No wonder there are many people who like to play cats and huskies, there is indeed a different kind of comfort. Brother Fan, don't touch my head. The president is not tall. Yun Xiaoxiao gave Fang Fan a wide-eyed look, ready to let him experience it for himself. Who said you can't grow taller? That's all pseudoscience. It turns out that ordinary plants need to be given a certain amount of pressure to grow taller. Fang Fan pouted and explained forcefully. The feeling of rubbing the dog's head angrily is simply not too cool. That's it, Brother Fan, please touch my head more. Yun Xiaoxiao said with a simple expression. Fang Fan suddenly felt a sense of guilt. Yun on the side watched the fight between Fang Fan and Yun Xiaoxiao, and put her forehead silently on her face. My silly sister. How did this shameless bastard get along? Fang Fan, there are more and more appraisers of the Bright faction that want to come and pick up cheap. There are a few 8th rank forces, I can't hold it anymore. Yun frowned and reminded aside. The current situation is indeed a bit delicate. Everything will end. Vega, is already casting spells. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 785. Fang Fan's eyes glanced at Wei Jie. This is his ultimate trump card. When this trump card is played, everything will end. Dark sacrifice. Dark matter. Energy burst. Extraordinary evil power. Vega's lips twitched up and down. A pair of eyes instantly turned dark green, revealing a man-devouring magic. It seems to be able to devour everyone's minds. The originally clear sky above the battlefield of the gods and demons was suddenly enveloped by a cloud of black air. What is that? Is it going to rain? It's raining for anything. It's about to thunder. Why do I feel, something's not right? What's the matter with the feeling of a very strong energy surging? Hey, you feel this way too? It's almost the same as mine. It's weird. Tisk, the devil knows what's wrong. Keep going. We'll make a fortune by killing Fang Fan. Hey, if you really have tens of billions of divine crystals in your hands, why not go to the ruins of the gods? Wouldn't it be nice to wander around here? I'm CAO. See you at Xiangtai. Let's hurry up. It's too late to drink soup. The existence of ignorance has basically zero reaction ability in the face of danger. Extraordinary evil power. Drop. A mass of black gas suddenly flashed on Vega's body, and his hands manipulated this mass of black gas to spread directly. Swoosh swish. The thick black fog in the boundless sky begins to descend rapidly. Stab. Stab. Ah, it hurts. It hurts. This black chi is weird. My CAO, even my true king level armor can be swallowed directly. This is too strong. Everyone pay attention to avoid, don't be tricked. Just take it easy. Don't get killed. It's not right. Be careful. Be careful with me. Young master, most of the brothers in our sect have been killed or injured. Senior brother, the Great Sun School, it's getting cold. Get out. Look, this black chi doesn't attack the people under Fang Fan's hands at all, it's specifically aimed at us. That's true. Why don't you save your life? What are you still doing here? You're about to die. I can't save my life. It's so funny. Evacuate. Evacuate. Don't delay. The situation just collapsed. It crashed quite terribly. Everyone's eyes gradually became terrifying. No matter how stupid these people are at this moment, it can be seen that everything is unusual. Obviously, these weird black fogs were created by Fang Fan. It's just for them. Although the guards under Fang Fan's command were strong in combat, most of them were single-target attacks. No matter how powerful the lethality is, it is limited. That's like now, so directly killing a large piece. Such a wave of operations resulted in at least hundreds of thousands of casualties. At this moment, the 100 or so people of Fang Fan's group have been regarded by the light camp's examiners as tougher than the hundreds of thousands of elite examiners from the dark camp. Those of the dark camp, that can only be regarded as hard bones. Fang Fan and the others, they are really mace. How can this be eaten? These people were originally a loose alliance, with interests gathering together, but now that there is no interest, they will naturally break up. Brother Fan, this little brother, is so strong. Yun Xiaoxiao looked at Wei Jiao with a look of amazement and excitement. And, I feel like he's very close, like, the same kind of feeling. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 786. Yun Xiaoxiao danced and said, the excitement on his face was obvious. Fang Fan raised his head in amazement, knowing that there is someone who can make Yun Xiaoxiao feel close. Besides him and Yun, it seems that it is difficult to find one. Especially for those clergy, it is even more disgusting. Ordinary people, basically don't feel anything. Why is there a sense of closeness to Xiao Wejia alone? Could it be that Xiao Xiao prefers this dark mage type? God Slaughter Spirit Body, the name sounds very meaningful. Fang Fan squinted his eyes, raised his head secretly, and his eyes flickered. This little guy seems very unusual. Outside the battlefield of the gods and demons, the Emperor Xiling, one of the 4 holy emperors of the Holy Heaven Alliance, opened his beautiful eyes, twisted his plump figure, and walked over with a surprised look on his face. Lord Xiling. Seeing the plump young woman in front of him approaching, Qin Hai quickly greeted respectfully. Well, are you sure he's just a 9th rank power lord? Could he be the young master of the direct line who was kicked out of a major force? Or, is it the luminary galaxy in order to escape from the marriage? The plump young woman clenched her fists with a look of interest. Lord Xiling, what do you mean, which 8th rank force he might be? Qin Hai said excitedly. Can you keep your eyes on the long term? With his current configuration, he will be able to form an 8th rank force by himself in a few years. The plump young woman pouted and said speechlessly. The doorway here, naturally, it needs to be explained thoroughly. It's not an 8th rank power, Lord Xiling, you don't mean to say that he is the bloodline of a big man in our Holy Heaven Alliance. Qin Hai shivered excitedly, such a secret, he didn't want to know. The plump young woman supported her forehead, her face speechless. Can you scatter your thoughts? Don't limit your vision. In our Shentian Alliance, do you think you can cultivate such a good little guy? There are at least 5 10-star king level weak true kings around him. Haha, and the bone age is under 100 years old. As for the 9-star king level quasi true king who is less than 100 years old, I'm afraid there are hundreds. You can feel it for yourself. Which son of our Shengtian League can have such a big pomp? Those one by one, all are a bunch of trash. One is better than the other, one is useless. If this kid is from the Shengtian Alliance, I will be the first to stand up and fully support him in grabbing the position of the leader of the alliance. The plump young woman said excitedly. Qin Hai was so frightened that his brain was stunned. The rude words of robbing the leader of the alliance have been spoken out. I cannot hear. Can't hear at all. Qin Hai smiled bitterly, I really don't want to hear it. This guy may not belong to our Sunshine Galaxy, I think. It is very likely that he is a down-and-out young master from a stronger force outside the Sun Galaxy, or he came to the Sun Galaxy for some other ulterior secrets. Interesting. It's so interesting. And that little girl beside him actually possesses a divine body that is so close to spiritual energy. I am afraid that she has already cultivated to the 9-star king level quasi-true king realm before she is 18 years old. Are these geniuses from Outland so fierce? Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 787. While speaking, the plump young woman analyzed it secretly. At this moment, Qin Hai's eyes were completely stunned. Emotional Xiling adults have always said, this. He is still speculating about the bloodline descendant of a big man in the Holy Heaven Alliance. Lord Xiling directly speculated that it was outside the luminous Sun Galaxy. A force stronger than the 7th rank force Shengtian League? Qin Hai took a deep breath, feeling shock secretly. At this moment, the battlefield of gods and demons. Lord, these cards and divine crystals were obtained by killing those people just now. Xiao Wajia took out a stack of cards and divine crystals from the Sumi space and delivered them to Fang Fan. When slaughtering those alien races on the human plane before, magic crystals and cards would explode, and the battlefield had to be cleared to obtain them. But now, after the realm is improved, by slaughtering these alien races, you can make these exploded cards and divine crystals appear directly in the Sumi space according to your intention, saving the time of building the battlefield at the beginning. This time, Vijay has killed the most bright faction examiners, and he has naturally obtained the most cards. The wave of dark magic attacks just now had probably killed hundreds of thousands of appraisers from the light camp. There are millions of divine crystals just collected. Medium-sized spirit crystal card, after opening it, you will get 10,000 low-grade spirit crystals. High-level king-level legion card, after opening, you will get a king-level legion with 5 to 10 stars. Bloodline evolution card, after use, the bloodline density can be increased. Fang Fan found a few cards that seemed to be relatively rare and took a closer look. The medium-sized spirit crystal card is easier to understand, that is, to get an extra 10,000 low-grade spirit crystals. Spirit crystals are such a good thing that Fang Fan will naturally not dislike much. As for the bloodline evolution card, it is probably to increase the bloodline density. It is not difficult to understand. High-level king-level legion card, obviously, after opening it, you will directly get a 5-star to 10-star king-level legion. Well, this is a bit exciting, but based on my previous experience in opening cards, there is a high probability that it will be a 5-star king-level legion, and at most a 7-star king level. The probability of getting a 10-star king level legion is comparable to reaching the sky. System, help your host dad to estimate whether I can be very lucky this time, and directly open a 10-star king level absolute top true king level legion. Fang Fan couldn't help but unfold YY. I have to say that this kind of YY feels very cool. There is a sense of comfort that comes from the heart, and it is so cool that it explodes. Ding. Deducting 100,000 divine crystals, it is speculated. Ding. According to the host's character, the probability of opening a 5-star king level army is 99. The probability of opening a 10-star king level army is 0.00001%. Ding. A warm reminder from the system, don't think about those who have or not. The revolution has not yet succeeded. You still need to continue to build up your character. Grass. I was actually despised by the dog system. Fang Fan complained. It's time for the husky. Xiao Xiao, this legion card is for you to play. It's boring. Fang Fan stretched his waist and looked bored. High-level king-level legion card? Huh, a good-looking card. Thank you, brother Fan. This card, how to use it? Yun Xiao Xiao asked dumbly. Hold the card and open it with a secret. Fang Fan replied casually. Oh. Open the card. Ding. The 10-star king level Supreme Real King Legion has been summoned. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 788. Fang Fan's body trembled. He wondered if there was something wrong with his ears. That is definitely a 10-star king level absolute top true king legion? I am so. Fang Fan wanted to slap the dog system to death. Grass. Didn't you say that the probability of opening a true king level legion is only 0.0001%? Fang Fan almost spit out a mouthful of old blood. Is that 1/10,000th? No. It should be 1 in a million? Ding. The system corrects the host. The probability of opening a true king level legion should be exactly 0.00001%. The probability of 1 in 10 million. The dog system also corrected the error arrogantly there. Fang Fan's scalp was numb with anger. Are you playing with me? So what? Is there a difference? Why is there such a small chance of Mao Xiao Xiao can also open it? You must give me an explanation. Phew, Fang Fan endured the heartache and confronted the dog system. Ding. The host has a bad character. It doesn't mean that the little girl next to you has a bad character. Ding. You only have a 1 in 10 million probability, but on this little girl with luck, it may be 1 in 1,000th or 1 in 10. The dog system is still forcibly quibbling. Fang Fan said that his heart is so tired, so tired. But if the dog system didn't speak with rhythm, then Xiaoxiao's luck seems to be better. Fang Fan's gaze couldn't help but focus on Xiao Xiao, the body of slaughtering the gods. It was indeed extraordinary. Brother Fan. I opened a 10-star king level army. Brother Fan is so kind to Xiao Xiao. Huh. Yun Xiao Xiao rushed towards Fang Fan with a face full of excitement, and just gazed at Fang Fan's cheek. Fang Fan can only choose to be forced to open business. Ha, Xiao Xiao, what kind of army are you? Fang Fan glanced at the people in black robes who were summoned, looking a little surprised. No. It's the army of little dark mages. Xiao Xiao directly shared her legion attributes with Fang Fan. For her, Fang Fan was the closest person to her. Dark Little Mage Legion, Evolvable. Number, 7. Level, 10-star King level, the ultimate true King level. Commander, Maria. Skills, Dark Sacrifice, Dark Matter, Distorted Space, Energy Burst. Loyalty, 100. Fang Fan was stunned. How is this property panel, how is it so familiar? Isn't this a special skill of Vega? Legion of Dark Little Mage Vega? Is it so perfunctory? Fang Fan secretly complained. Although several conventional skills are the same as those of Vega, it is clear that Vega's most distinctive supernatural power exclusive skills have not been copied. The reason why Vega can become the most powerful among several heroes is because of the infinite superposition of magical power of extraordinary evil power. It saves some face for the little mage. Fang Fan thought to himself. But no matter what, it's a good thing to have an extra true king level legion in one's own combat power. There is not much difference between Xiao Xiao owning this army and him owning this army. Fang Fan began to forcefully explain. Although my scalp is tingling with jealousy. Fang Fan, you really gave Xiao Xiao a supreme real king level army. What Xiao Xiao can't want? Xiao Xiao, be good, return it to your brother Fan. Yun Yun's face changed, and she said quickly. At first she thought it was just a joke, but when she saw the attributes of the dark little mage army, she was shocked. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 789. 10-star King level Supreme Real King Legion. Such a powerful existence is too powerful in Yun Yun's eyes. It's perfectly normal for her to look like that. After all, in the Yun clan she was originally in, the strongest person was only a 10-star king level weak real king. Although I don't know why Fang Fan has such a powerful army, Yun Yun is very clear that these can't be wanted. Oh, I know my sister. Although Yun Xiao Xiao looked reluctant, but her elder sister said so, and she couldn't refute it. Brother Fan, return you must treat these little wizards well. They are very cute. Yun Xiao Xiao showed a simple smile. Anyway, this army was returned to Brother Fan, so she didn't have any special feelings. After all, Brother Fan is as close as his sister. Xiao Xiao good. Since this Legion card is a gift from me, it's yours. Besides, you also created the Dark Little Mage Legion yourself. All this is your fortune, and it has nothing to do with me. If the Legion card just now was in my hand, it would actually be worth a 5-star king level Legion. Fang Fan shrugged and said the truth. Thank you, Brother Fan. Brother Fan is the best. Huh. Fang Fan wiped the saliva from his face and looked at Xiao Xiao with a doting face. This girl, really naughty. Fang Fan, this is not very good. After all, it is a true king level army. This level of combat power is too terrifying. A worried look appeared on Yun Yun's face. After all, she had never been in contact with such a strong person before. Not to mention 7. And they're all members of his sister's army. It always felt so unreal. What does that matter? Xiaoxiao's legion, that is also the combat power of my imperial palace. Shouldn't we be family? Fang Fan chuckled softly and said calmly. The family he mentioned was actually just a hidden meaning. After all, now Yun Yun and Yun Xiao Xiao have joined the palace of the emperor. Just hearing this in Yun Yun's ears, the mood changed. Yun Yun's face suddenly flushed, and then she suddenly gave Fang Fan a white look. Who is family with you? I haven't agreed yet. You, don't talk nonsense outside. And in front of Xiao Xiao, don't talk nonsense. Yun Yun suddenly beat Fang Fan's chest with a small fist. Fang Fan. What way is this? Why didn't he understand something? Did this little girl misunderstand something? Fang Fan gave a wry smile and was about to explain something, but Yun Yun had already run away. On the battlefield of gods and demons, Fang Fan got a brief period of peace. This kind of peace does not come easily. Everything is silent. Although the strength of the Bright Camp still coveted the divine card and divine crystal on Fang Fan's body, they didn't dare to rush to snatch it directly at this moment. They really don't have the guts? The previous wave of operations by Wei Jie completely shocked them. Of course, most of the forces of the Bright faction who came to attack before were some 9th rank forces, and even some low-ranking force assessors who didn't even have a rank. The appraisers of these low-level forces are of low level, and they think that they cannot stand out in the battlefield of gods and demons, so they just want to make a fortune and slip away. As for getting a place to enter the ruins of the gods, of course they want to, but this possibility is too small. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 790. As for the 8th rank forces of the Bright Camp, they still need to face more or less. After all, Qin Hai, the inspector of the Golden Throne of the Holy Sky Alliance, said hello, and they are not allowed to attack each other at will. In particular, Fang Fan was mentioned in particular. Now everyone knows that Fang Fan and the Golden Throne Inspector of the Holy Heaven Alliance have a close relationship. To attack Fang Fan in an open and honest manner is not to give Qin Hai Jinzuo the face of the inspector. The situation is stronger than the people. The battle on the battlefield of gods and demons never ends. As long as the number of examiners on the battlefield of the gods and demons does not reach the standard of 98,000, the battle will still go on. After the first wave of mutual killings, almost half of the Bright Camp examiners were eliminated. But even if it is eliminated by half, that is half of 4.1 billion. At this moment, this number still seems a bit terrifying. But now, the anger accumulated at the beginning has almost been vented. At this moment, they are staring at each other, and they are unwilling to continue to attack each other. The battlefield of gods and demons will reduce the size of the battlefield every 10 minutes. Those who are left outside the battlefield will be considered eliminated unconditionally. If you don't want to be eliminated, please focus on the center of the battlefield of gods and demons. There will be the last place to be swallowed. Over the battlefield of gods and demons, one after another demonic sound fills my ears. Everyone's eyes seemed a little surprised for a moment. I was thinking of taking a break for a while. Did not expect to issue a new battlefield regulations. Grass. Don't get in the way. Let me rush forward. Whoever dares to stop me, I will kill him. Yo. You are so daring and fat. Dare to screech in front of me? Are you impatient? Don't know who we are with. Maid, it's useless to say anything now. Get the hell out of me. Get out of the way, or I'll kill you now, believe it or not. I believe it. I must believe it. How credible are you? You dare to be arrogant with the men of Giwan Mountain? Kill him for me. Grass. Kill these bastards. Second senior brother was killed. Get revenge. Grab the commanding heights. Charge forward. Don't let the bastards of Xiantian Palace take the lead. Ha 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 ha. This time our Yuan clan must seize the opportunity. We firmly occupy the core position. When the time comes, our Yuan clan as a whole will enter the ruins of the gods, and the ruins of the gods will be emptied. The clan is out. Hee, what kind of waste power is the Yuan clan? Even a 9th rank power dares to be arrogant here? Go away to the labor and capital. Kill him. Kill him. A new wave of war has begun. Fang Fan glanced around the battlefield, and at the very edge of the battlefield of the gods and demons, a terrifying sandstorm was sweeping over. According to the assessment regulations, those who leave the boundary line of the battlefield of gods and demons are regarded as eliminated. And those horrible sandstorms are the limit. It's just that the original boundaries were stagnant, and now these boundaries suddenly start a process of rapid movement. Those assessors who were originally around the sandstorm naturally have to go all out to attack the core area. And those assessors in the core area have already occupied all the good positions, and naturally they do not want to be robbed by others. One wants to come in, and the other doesn't want to be squeezed out. There will be conflicts. Will the killing be far behind? The butcher's knife is raised, and everything will be brought to an end. The bloody killing starts again. Fang Fan licked his lips, a bloody smell swirling around his mouth.